Nothing amazingly incredible will happen in your life until you step outside of your comfort zone. What are you doing today, this week, this month, this year, to step outside your comfort zone, to take your current results in various areas of your life to that next level? I feel I have been in my own comfort zone in many periods of my life where I felt stagnant and I didn't feel fulfilled and I wasn't taking the actions that felt congruent with the actions I know I should take. I think we all have that inner guidance system which lets us know what feels right, what doesn't feel right. And when we get caught in that rut or get caught in that feeling of stagnation, I feel one of the best ways to break free from that is to do something that pushes you outside of your comfort limit. To give you some examples, this past year, I had felt stagnant in some certain areas, so I tried stimulating that growth through various comfort zone freeing activities. For instance, I went and did stand-up comedy. Actually, believe it or not, was able to get a few people to laugh. That was fun. Now, the funny part is I'd been on stage before. I've spoken on stage. I feel fairly comfortable on stage. But there's a big difference between speaking on stage to a group of people who look up to you or respect you for your given expertise than a room of peers of comedians who really want to cut you down and make it so that you're not funny, and tell you how not funny you were afterwards. There's a big difference of speaking in that type of scenario. So it was fun and challenging, and whether I was funny or not, I at least knew that I was pushing myself outside of my comfort zone. And fortunately, I think there's actually a couple of YouTube videos up. I'd have to revisit them to actually see if I think it's funny still now, but it seemed pretty funny at the time. I was laughing, and in life, if you can make yourself laugh, it really doesn't matter if anyone else is laughing. And generally, if you're laughing, as long as you're not totally crazy, some other people might join in as well. So that was one. Then on a recent cruise, there may be some pictures or videos of me online, I'm sure, of me in an orange tux for a formal night on the cruise dinner. Now, that was the second or third time I've worn it. First time I wore it was with Jeff Diedrich. He had the blue tux on, I had the orange tux, so we were the Dumb and Dumber team that went to dinner. So that was a big shocker. Everyone loved it. We had the top hats, the whole 9 yards. It was fun. That first time, I'll be honest, when I had that stuff on, and before I left the room, I was feeling a little self-conscious. So that's one example of stepping outside your comfort zone. Quick side note on that, once you break through that comfort zone, it's no big deal. Then I wore the tux for Halloween a couple years ago, and just wore the orange tux again for dinner at on the cruise this past January. And it's no big deal. I could be wearing the tux right now and go to work in that and feel comfortable. Another thing was simple. It may sound simple, but it pushed me outside my comfort zone. I'm not a big hat person other than sometimes some baseball caps and or a visor, but I pushed myself outside my comfort zone and started to wear some different hats. So one in particular was a cowboy hat, kind of like a Bret Michaels cowboy hat. And man, when I put that thing on, not being a hat person, and especially not a cowboy hat person, looking in the mirror, it took a lot of courage and a lot of building myself up to even walk out the door. So it's weird. These small little blocks that we have in our mind hold us back from so many things. So that looking in the mirror and feeling insecure about walking out with a hat on my head, it sounds so ridiculous, but I challenge you. If you feel stagnant in some areas, do something different. Break the pattern. Show up with a cowboy hat to work. I guarantee some people's heads will turn. What the heck is going on? But the reality is it's not a big deal. And once you grasp that, I guess if you can walk away from today's little video clip of how many things are really not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. Come on, we may make it a big deal here, but in the end, our time here is brief, and it's a little dust in the wind per se. So make the most of your life. Don't let little things inside here stop you from living the life of your dreams. Take some bold steps. Do some things that push you outside your comfort zone and stretch your limits. And one quick note, I had a video expert, Rich Sheffrin's wife Debbie, tell me to not shoot the camera up here, but to shoot it down at eye level. So let me know if you like the camera level here or here. And believe it or not, that small thing in the trigger of the feedback I appreciate, and I look forward to getting more of your comments on the videos as to what you'd want to hear and what you think would be helpful for some nice little video clips in the morning. But let me know, do you like the camera up here or you like it down here? And my promise to you tomorrow is that tomorrow's video I will speak about my near-death experience, the whole bright light situation, choosing to come back, and how and why I feel I live life on purpose and boldly moving forward, you know, and do stupid crazy things like wear cowboy hats and orange suits and get on stage and try to do some comedian material, comic material. But until tomorrow, make today great.